Good morning from iSpace Mission Control on East Coast. Today is Wednesday, December 15th, and we're about 6 minutes away from scheduled launch of our 19th and last orbital launch of the year. The name of the mission is Wandering in Orbit, and a nod to the Alpha spacecraft and 13 small satellites on this launch. Alpha is iSpace's orbital transfer vehicle, and we'll talk more about that later in the broadcast. I'm Nora Baker. I'm a data analysis here at the iSpace. Thank you for joining us today for this mission. Range are looking good for on-time liftoff in just a few minutes from now. On your screen is the views of our beta launch vehicle, ready on the pad B at Launch Complex 1. As we wait for the proceed with launch from Launch Director at Mission Control, we're counting down to liftoff right as today's launch window open at 9 a.m. Eastern Local Time. Today is looking like a good day to launch, with no any issues on the vehicle and payloads. Today's mission is carrying a batch of small payloads to orbit, and is our 12th dedicated rideshare mission. In addition to our customers' payloads, as I mentioned earlier, today we're going to bring our second Alpha spacecraft to space in order to prove the vehicle's safety and reliability. Alpha is iSpace's orbital transfer vehicle and satellite platform. It is designed to carry multiple small payloads into different orbit. For more details about Alpha, please check the following link. Now we're just inside 3 minutes from liftoff. Beta is moving into the final stage of the countdown. The vehicle remains in good health. Fuel loading is complete on both the first and second stages. So the mission team is tracking no issues on the rocket, and the range continues to be green for on-time liftoff. If we don't launch today, we have a backup opportunity tomorrow at the same time. T-minus 60 seconds, and we're waiting that launch call out from Mission Control.
Beta go for launch.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff. Data entry. Destination.
Vehicle pitching downrange.
Vehicle passes through the max queue.
T plus 1 minute and 22 seconds. Everything is going well so far. The vehicle is now through the maximum aerodynamic pressure, as known as max Q. Next up is main engine cutoff or MECO, at just about T plus 3 minutes.
MECO, stage separation confirmed.
We did have main engine cutoff and successful stage separation. Vacuum engine has ignited.
Fairing separation.
We did also have that successful fairing separation. You can see our payload there, on the top of second stage. The second stage is heading toward its targeted orbit, and the first stage is now performing its first of 3 burns, in order to make its way back down to Drew. And we're 5 minutes into flights. If you just join us, Beta 16 mission is going well so far. The first stage is now on the correct angle of attack to re-entry through atmosphere from space, where it's separated with the second stage, as per normal launch procedure a few moments ago. All systems are continuing to perform well. Now on your screen is the live view from our booster looking downward. It's continuing to fall back towards true. The next major event for the booster is its entry burns. Beta needs to execute an entry burn to slow itself down before hitting the dense part of the atmosphere. You may have noticed that we have deployed our 4 hypersonic grid fins on your screen. They help to guide the first stage back during descent by moving the center of pressure on the rocket. And those bursts of gas are nitrogen. Those help to orient the vehicle during its descent back towards true surface. And landing burn has begun. And here we goes. You can see Beta has landed on landing zone 1 once again, back at the iSpace launch complex 1. And coming shortly is the second stage vacuum shutdown.
Seco.
And there we go with the dimming of the stage 2 engine on your right-hand screen. As you saw that, along with mission control, confirm that we have had a successful second stage engine cutoff for Seco. Today's satellites are headed to a 270 kilometers circular orbit, so in today's mission, second stage need to perform another burn to course correct and set it on its correct trajectory or payload's deployment. That's sets to take place in the next 3 minutes or so. So now we have a very short coast phase here. So we will take a bit of break now and leave you with the tracking data of where the second stage is overdrew. And I will see you back here soon. Welcome back to the webcast of Beta Mission, carrying the Alpha spacecraft and 13 small satellites to low Drew orbit for our customers. We've had a great mission so far. The Beta launched on time at 9 a.m. Eastern Time from iSpace Launch Complex 1. We successfully recovered the first stage, and the second stage completed its first burn, taking the satellites into initial parking orbit. Now we're just about 10 seconds away from a second ignition of the engine.
Seco.
With that, the second engine has shut down. The team at Mission Control Center will be reviewing the data.
Normal orbit insertion.
And with that call out, we are in the expected circular orbit, right above the equator, about 270 kilometers above the Drew's surface. Now all the payload are still attached to the SMALSAT adapter. On the top of the second stage, we got first and second payload deployment coming up at about T+14 minutes. So you can see there is Simple Space's Simplicity 1 successfully delivered to its new home on orbit. And now there's a payload still attached on the second stage, and its Alpha spacecraft. The deployment should be taking place momentarily.
Alpha selection.
And there we go, we have had confirmation of successful deployment of the Alpha spacecraft. We will continue sharing more updates of the mission on iSpace Twitter or website. So that means all the payloads has been successfully delivered to orbit. Welcome to space and congratulations on mission success for our customers on board this mission. Thank you for your support on this launch. That completed today's Beta Orbital launch, our 19th of this year, and our final launch for 2021. Today's mission caps off the perfect year for us with successful deployment of spacecraft for our commercial partners. Next year include a busy manifest of beta launches for our customers and crewed mission, as well as the development of our next generation rocket, Solero Transportation System. We're going to the broadcast here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Wishing you all the best for the end of 2021. This is iSpace Mission Control. We're opening space for every player.